House GOP conference and a member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Congressman Drew Ferguson, back with us on the show. Congressman, good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning. Good to see you as well.
Congressman, simple question, might be the most democratic thing I've ever heard, but how can you vote on something if the bill hasn't been completed yet? There's no way to know what you're voting on.
You know, if the consequences weren't so serious, this would be laughable. During Obamacare, you got to pass the bill before you can find out what's in it. Now where you got to pass the bill before we can write it. So it's a new low for the Democrat Party. It shows that they don't have a plan for America, that they don't have the votes, and they don't have a plan to get the votes. They are trying to wreck this economy, and it's really pretty mind-boggling to me that they would pass a bill before they wrote it.
Congressman, I put the 89 in my car whenever I gas up, but I'm getting a final number if the tank is empty that I haven't seen in a long, long time. You tweeted out several of the problems the Biden administration has had over the first 6 months, but I notice, number one, you put consumer prices and inflation rising at the fastest rate in 13 years. You're a member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Why don't you think people, I know the American people are aware of this, but why aren't the people that they elected to represent them taking this more seriously in Washington?
Look, Americans know that the more money that Washington spends, the greater inflation and the smaller their purchasing power is going to be. People know when they go to the gas pump, they're paying more. The stuff that they need in their lives every single day is becoming more expensive. It is about the fact that the Democrats are spending trillions of dollars that we don't have, and it's driving inflation. It's driving up the cost of things that people need in their lives every single day. It does not seem to matter to the House Democrats right now that is the inconsequence of this. All of this spending, the whole talk of a reconciliation package, everything, it's not about good numbers. It's not about good math. It's about using a tool and a scoring mechanism to be able to pass a socialist agenda that they are absolutely committed to doing. So we're there to say, no, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to raise your taxes. We're going to stop this out of control spending, and we're going to end this inflationary period that Biden and the Democrats have put on American middle class.
Congressman, I've covered Kevin McCarthy for a long time. I've mentioned this to you before, but I used to work in Bakersfield, California. He represents Kern County in the Congress. He has for a long time. You are in the leadership. I don't know if I've ever seen Kevin McCarthy as upset as he was yesterday when talking about the selection process for Nancy Pelosi's 1-6 committee to investigate what happened. Take a listen to what he had to say yesterday.
Speaker Pelosi has taken the unprecedented step of denying the minority party's picks for the Select Committee on January 6th. This represents something that has not happened in the House before for a Select Committee by the historian. It's an egregious abuse of power. Pelosi has broken this institution.
In 240-plus years, Congressman, this has never happened. A committee has never made a party force who they're going to put on a committee like this. What is going on?
Look, Kevin McCarthy is exactly right to call out Pelosi on this and to say that Republicans are not going to participate in what has obviously become a political hack job on the former president and House Republicans. You know, what Pelosi did by denying the minority their voice in this process is that she showed her hand about what this is all about. It's really not about getting to the truth. Listen, we have incredible members that have served in the military, law enforcement, that have been on the front lines of defending freedom, and she is denying them the chance to find the truth. Makes you wonder, what is she hiding? What is she afraid of here? And so I think Republicans will go it alone. We will do our own investigation and do what we can to uncover the facts of this, because I firmly believe that Pelosi's got a lot of questions that she doesn't want to answer if they get asked. And so really, I think the real question is, what is she afraid of?
Sir, I just want to follow up with you. I had not heard that. The Republicans are going to, and you're in the leadership, so you would know, the Republicans plan to form their own committee to investigate what happened on 1-6?
Leader McCarthy indicated that we would use our own side to go seek the truth. I believe that was part of his press conference yesterday.
All right, Congressman Drew Ferguson. Quickly, I always want to say this when I have you on. You represent Georgia, Delaware. Joe Biden represented Delaware for 40 years in the Senate. No mail-in voting No early voting. They will have that in 2022. Texas and Georgia both have that right now and have had that. I don't think the American people are aware of that.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. And listen, I think the state of Georgia has done a good job of increasing access, increasing vote ballot integrity, and we're going to continue to work on that every single year to do what's right for our fellow Georgians.
Good stuff. Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks so much for coming on. Congressman Drew Ferguson joining us. We appreciate it. All right, stay with us here on Wake Up America. We'll be right back. A lot more to get to after the break.
O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So many people are overweight now and asking themselves, why can't I lose weight? For most, the reason is insulin resistance.